Oh, this is so Bridgerton.
Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs. Welcome back to another Doctor Who video. Today I'm going to be previewing the next, well, technically as this video is being recorded, Dot and Bubble hasn't come out yet, but for you guys, the next episode of Doctor Who. The penultimate episode just before our huge two-part season finale, Rogue. There's lots of mysteries and things to uncover, and a couple of very interesting names in the cast list. But we'll discuss the cast list last. That was a bit of a tongue twister, cast list last. There's always a twist. Anyway, let's just jump into it. So a lot of this information is coming from the Radio Times article that you can see here. Our first big question, our first big mystery is, who is the very, very famous Jonathan Groff playing in this episode? So for those of you who don't know who Jonathan Groff is in Glee, Mindhunter, The Matrix Resurrections, as well as a litany of Broadway performances. I think the main one people are going to know him from is Hamilton. I think he's in the Disney Plus version. But he's very famous, big guest star. Not much is known about how Groff's character slots into things, but he's set to play the titular Rogue in this episode. So obviously, this episode is called Rogue, his character is called Rogue. But is Rogue possibly a code name? Or like a Time Lordy name? I mean, the Doctor is the Doctor, that's not his actual name. Or is it a secret name because this character is Captain Jack Harkness? I mean, this one's unlikely, but it has been talked about on the internet for a very, very long time. I mean, they're both white, same sort of age males from America who can sing and dance and are quite famous. It is very similar. Also, a big thing about it, minor spoilers here, skip ahead if you don't want to hear this, but apparently he's playing a time agent. And obviously, Captain Jack Harkness is a time agent. The colour of his clothes as well, navy blue, it's kind of giving Jack Harkness. And obviously, because of John Barrowman's sort of, I don't know how to describe it, you can Google it if you want, it's very unlikely John Barrowman would return to play this character. Also, Captain Jack's supposed to be immortal, and, a recast makes sense because John Barrowman isn't as young as he was 20 years ago. But yeah, let me know what you think on that in the comments. I think my betting is no, he's not playing Jack Harkness, but I know a lot of people are questioning it. I think maybe, well, there's probably more to his character than we initially know, but I don't think it's going to be a returning character. At least, I'd like it to be a new character. Here's our plot synopsis for this episode. The Doctor and Ruby land in 1813, where guests at a Duchess's party are being murdered, and a mysterious bounty hunter called Rogue is about to change the Doctor's life forever. Change the Doctor's life forever. We haven't heard wording like that since the Timeless Children. Now, I don't think Rogue is going to come in and drop some sort of Timeless Child revelation, but it's not impossible. Russell has said that the Timeless Child is the spine, the backbone to this season. Obviously, it's been brought up multiple times, the Doctor and Ruby are both orphans, so exploring the Timeless Child would kind of make sense, especially in the penultimate episode before the finale. We've also seen from the trailers that this is the episode where David Tennant's 14th, or I think it's the 10th Doctor, has his face flash up on a screen. I think they're going to do a little, I know who you are, Doctor, and a flash through all of his incarnations. I don't think we're going to get a cameo from David Tennant himself in the episode. But yeah, it's interesting. It could just be press talk, but change the Doctor's life forever is a very bold statement to make. I mean, for an episode that kind of just seems like, not a generic one, but like a run-of-the-mill Doctor Who story, they go to a place, there's alien bird people things played by this woman who we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know whether you think this is going to be something big, because obviously the wording is very Timeless Child-esque, and it is the penultimate episode. Like, it's just before a huge finale. And Russell has emphasised time and time again how important that finale's going to be. And it's going to be the biggest in Doctor Who history. And the Timeless Child is the backbone to the series, so maybe this is going to lead into it. But yeah, let's just discuss the cast list for now. Actually, I'm just going to lay down a theory here. I am betting the way it says change the Doctor's life forever, what if it's like he's a love interest to the 15th Doctor? Because I could see that happening. Like, I feel like, yeah, obviously it was explored in Wild Blue Yonder that David Tennant's 14th Doctor found Isaac Newton attractive. And the Doctor himself was saying, oh, is that the kind of person I am now? So I wouldn't be surprised if that was maybe hinting at or leading in to the Doctor having their first relationship with a man. Anyway, cast list time. That's my little theory for you lot. Cast list time. The Doctor, played by Ncuti Gatwa. Ruby Sunday, played by Millie Gibson. That's the standard. That's what we get every week. Then the titular character Rogue, played by the wonderful Jonathan Groff. The Duchess of Pemberton, played by Indria Varma, who, fun little fact, played Susie Costello in Torchwood, the woman who dies, then comes back, then dies, then I think comes back again, but I don't think they did an episode for her coming back in season 3. I think that was just Children of Earth. Lord Barton is played by Paul Foreman. Emily Beckett is played by Camilla Aiko. Carla Sunday is played by Michelle Greenidge. That's really nice to see Carla. I reckon this is going to be the episode where we get that scene with her talking to the Doctor saying, don't worry, I'm going to look after Ruby. Well, the Doctor says to Carla, I'm going to look after Ruby. I promise I'll keep her safe. And the more of the Sunday family we see, the happier I'm going to be. They're fun. Lord Galpin is played by Maxim Ayes. The Portrait is played by Susan Twist. Yep, to absolutely no one's surprise, she's back. She's here again. The mysterious woman that's in every single episode, going back as far as Wild Blue Yonder. She's here again, playing the Portrait. So, is she a painting? Because that could be quite fun if she's just a painting. Maybe she's a moving painting. I suppose she's got to have dialogue, or maybe I'm being an idiot and that means something deeper that I don't know. The housekeeper is played by Deborah Baker. The butler is played by Ashley Campbell. Miss Talbot is played by Nancy Brabin Platt. And Mr. Price is played by David Charles. There's our comprehensive cast list. It's an interesting bunch. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. You've got your Susan Twist and you've got your Jonathan Groff. Let me know theories on them in the comments. Another interesting thing to note is that it's written by Kate Herron and Bryony Redman, and directed by Ben Chessel. Kate Herron and Bryony Redman are two new writers to the whoniverse, which is very exciting. I think one of them previously directed Loki on Disney+. Maybe that's where the connection came from. It's always great to see new writers come into Doctor Who and provide new insight, so yeah, I've got high hopes for this episode. It will stream on the 8th of June at midnight, then air at 7 PM on the 8th of June on BBC One. Then, obviously, in the weeks after, we're going to get The Legend of Ruby Sunday and then Empire of Death. Let me know your theories and comments for those two episodes in the comments section down below. That does it for today's video. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. You all know the drill. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.